Welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, game number 6. And I'm going to do one slight correction from last episode. Yes, Harry Potter had a chocolate frog in his hand when the Bellatrix card came up, making him discard that card. I never did give him the influence or the health that he should have got. So I am going to give him 1 health, because he would have got it from discarding the chocolate frog. He kind of got the influence because I drew a card when I shouldn't have been able to, because the basilisk was out, giving him 1 Aloha, which kind of he would have had if he had done the chocolate frog properly, if you follow all that convoluted logic. So I think by just giving him a health, that will kind of somewhat fix it, even though I can't rewind the clock and totally fix the error. All right. Let us begin with Harry Potter. First thing we do, 1 Dark Arts card. Active hero loses 2 health. Oh, great. And let's see if he has his invisibility cloak on him. And he does not. He does have 2 influence, though. So Harry's going to go from 6 down to 4. Cannot draw cards. Did not discard any cards. If we buy cards costing 4 or more, it's going to cost us a damage. All right, so let's see what we have, and things are looking pretty good. Although he doesn't have 2 spells, so Aloha gives him 1 influence. He will use Hedwig for an attack. He is going to use, of course, this. Any 1 hero gains 3 life. He cannot draw cards, so he will do that for himself. He will go from 4, 5, 6, up to 7 health. He will play his Firebolt, gain 1 attack. If you defeat a villain, also gain an influence. He will defeat a villain, so I'm going to give him the influence. Now, jumping the gun a bit, so I don't forget. Then he also gets gain 1 attack and 1 life. So a life and an attack. Awesome. Harry can give some pain. He is going to put 2 attacks immediately on the basilisk. Basilisk is wiped out. So we're going to knock the basilisk out right now. And that is going to then, what is it going to do for us? All heroes draw a card. All right, so Harry draws a card. Okay. And I want to make sure Ron draws a card. All right. And what else do we do? Remove a dark influence from the location. So we're going to take one of these dark influences off, which means any Harry's ability kicks in. Any 1 hero gains an attack. He will give that to Ron. And he is going to keep processing things. However, my battery is dying, as it does when I film quite a bit and forget to change it. So I will be back here in a second to finish off Harry's first turn. And we're back to continue on with Harry's turn. Now he has the crystal ball, draw 2 cards, then discard any 1 card. May as well play that. So he'll draw 2 cards, and he has to discard 1 of them. So he will discard his robe, invisibility cloak. And then he has Essence of Dittany, which he plays. Any 1 character gains 2 health. He's going to give that to Ron. Ron's going to go from 5 to 7. So you can play these things in any order, so that's okay. Now I'm going to apply the attack to Dolores, which knocks her out. So this is going to be a double whammy right off the bat. Dolores also knocked out. What does she do? All heroes gain an influence and 2 health. So Harry gets an influence, Ron gets an influence. Harry gets 2 health, 8 to 10. Ron goes from 7 to 9. Looking good. And that's it for Dolores. Nice of you to join us, but you are now defeated. And we're still continuing on. Harry has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hang on. Oh, and I forgot. Yes, Harry had to discard a card because of Crabbe and Goyle. Each time a dark arts event or villain causes a hero to discard a card. Well, that was not the case because that was Harry playing a card. So Crabbe and Goyle don't activate to give Harry a damage. This is all good. All right, everything's good. He has 5 influence to spend, and he will... What's he going to get? He will spend... I think he's going to spend... He will spend 4, and he'll get himself Dobby. Harry always likes Dobby. So for 4, he's going to get Dobby. Nothing else is going to activate now. That's it. And to Harry's turn, he doesn't have any more influence he can spend. Discards his cards. He will draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has just 5, so I don't need to shuffle. We're going to replace the Hogwarts card with another chocolate frog, which I'm sure Ron is eyeing up. And now we have to bring on 2 more villains. And the first one is Lucius Malfoy. Each time Dark Influence is added to the location, remove 1 attack from all villains. Okay, 7 health. And the next one is Draco. That's cool. Draco and Lucius come out together. Each time Dark Influence is added to the location, active hero loses 2 health. Wow, we don't want to be adding Dark Influence to the location. And that's Harry's first turn. I don't think I messed up. At least I hope I haven't. I say that every time. Check the comments and check the bubble notes or at the bottom of the screen if I remember, if I catch it during editing. All right, up next, Ron Weasley. All right, it's Ron's turn. Dark Arts card is active hero loses a health. Reveal an additional Dark Arts card. Okay, Ron goes from 9 to 8. Reveal an additional Dark Arts card. No! Active hero loses 1 health and discards a card. Okay, Ron goes from 8 to 7. He has an attack. And he has to discard a card. What's he going to discard? Well, he'll discard a Morha, which triggers now Crabbe and Goyle. He loses another hit point, 7 down to 6. Each time Dark Influence is added, didn't happen. Already triggered, and each time Dark Influence is added, didn't happen. All right, continuing on with Ron. He has 2 Morhas. Let's get them out of the way right now. I think we're going to put things to the side because I'm pretty sure we're going to be rolling some house dice. Choose one of the following: gain an attack or 2 health. I think he's going to take an attack, which brings him to Fred Weasley. Gain 1 attack. All right, he's up to 3. This is excellent. If another hero has a Weasley in hand, all right, what does Harry have in hand? He has no Weasleys in hand, so that won't trigger, but Ron gets to roll the Gryffindor die. So, rolling the Gryffindor die, and he gets to re-roll it if he wants to. All right, what does he get? He gets life. I think he's going to re-roll that because Harry's at full health, so he gets an influence. All right, that's okay. So, both Harry and Ron are going to get 1 influence. So, Ron gets an influence, Harry gets an influence. Okay, and up next is Pomona Sprout. Gain an influence, and any 1 hero gains 2 health. All right, and that means Ron's going to gain 2 health from 6 up to 8. And now roll the Hufflepuff die. All right, once again, wow, we get Ron rolling Hufflepuff, and he gets a life. We're going to re-roll that again. Come on. And he gets an attack. Excellent. So Harry gets an attack. Ron gets an attack. Things looking pretty good, I think, he says. All right, so that's all Ron can do, which was pretty excellent stuff. He has 4 attacks to apply. I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to try to take out Lucius Malfoy right away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now he has 2, 4, 5. He has 5. Oh, this is perfect. So for 1, 2, 3, for 3 influence, Ron can get Cedric Diggory because he is rolling house die, and his special arithmancy cards that let you roll a house die cost 1 less to acquire. So this costs Ron 3. And for 2, yes indeed, his favorite treat, the chocolate frog. So he gets that for 2. So that worked out really well. All right, we're going to replace the Hogwarts cards with Dumbledore. Oh, this is cool. All heroes gain an attack, an influence, a life, and draw a card. I like that. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to afford it. And we also get Severus Snape. Gain an attack and 2 life, and roll the Slytherin die. Wow. Okay, so Ron will discard all of his cards. He will draw 5 new cards for his next hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And away we go. Unless I've made mistakes, which I don't think I did. All right. Up next, once again, Harry Potter. All right, Harry's turn. Harry has an influence and attack already built up. But, yes, of course, we need a Dark Influence card to start with. And, ooh, Avada Kedavra. Active hero loses 3 health. What? Okay, 10, 1, 2, 3, down to 7. But, does he have his invisibility cloak? He does not have his invisibility cloak. If it knocks out the heroes, which it didn't, reveal an additional Dark Arts card. Oh, I hate those cards. An additional one coming right up. Regeneration. Remove 2 attack from all villains. Well, these 2 come off Lucius, and that's the only effect it has. Didn't add influence to the location, didn't discard any cards, didn't add Dark Influence to the location. All right, Harry, bring some pain. What can Harry do? A little more. Oh, he has 2 spells. He could. He could. But I don't think he's. I think he's just going to use his own spells this time. He's going to gain an influence. This is gain an attack and a life. So he gains 1 attack, goes from 7 to 8 health. Try Wizard Cup, gain an attack, an influence, and a life. So an influence, an attack, 8 to 9. Quidditch gear, gain an attack, and a life, 9 to 10. Right on. Any one hero gains an influence and a life. Yeah, he's going to give that to Ron. He's going to give Ron the influence and the life. So Ron gets an influence. Ron goes from 8 to 9. Wow, things seem to be going the way of Harry and Ron. Okay, now we're going to apply some pain. And so I think Harry might as well just put all 4 damage or attacks on Lucius Malfoy, bringing him 1 hit point away from being knocked out. He has 3 influence to spend. He will spend his 3 influence on Confundus, gain an attack. If you assign at least 1 attack to each villain, also remove a Dark Influence from the location. All right. And that pretty much ends off his turn, so he can discard all his cards. He has no draw pile, so I'll shuffle off screen. And now it is time to replace the Hogwarts card, which is Expecto Patronum. Gain an attack, remove a Dark Influence from the location. Wow. Another great card. All right, that ends off Harry's turn, and once again, we're back over to Mr. Weasley. And it's Ron Weasley's turn, and yes, we start off with the Dark Influence card. Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 health, all others lose 1. So Ron goes from 9 to 7, and Harry goes from 10 to 9. All right, and Ron has an influence already. And did we add a Dark Influence to the location? No, we didn't. Did we discard any cards? No. Didn't add Dark Influence to the location. The villains not doing much. All right, Ron. Ooh, yeah. Let's see what Ron can do. He has, of course, 2 Aloomorphas, giving him 3 influence. He has Sirius Black. Gain 2 attack and 1 influence. So that's a pretty serious card. Butterbeer. Any 2 heroes gain an influence and a life. So Harry gets a life, or an influence, sorry. Yes, Harry an influence, Ron an influence. Harry a life, 9 to 10. Ron from 7 to 8. And last up, McGonagall. Gain an influence and an attack. This is most excellent. Gain an influence and an attack. And roll the Gryffindor die. Ooh, yes. This is looking pretty darn good. Gryffindor die. And we get a card, which, you know what, we're going to keep that. Which means that Harry is going to draw a card. Wow. Harry draws a card. And Ron draws a card. He draws Oliver Wood. Gain 1 attack. If you defeat a villain, any 1 hero gains 2 life. Wow. So Ron gains an attack. If you defeat a villain, any 1 hero gains 2 life. We're going to defeat Lucius Malfoy. We're going to give Ron 2 life right now, 8 to 10. And yes, let's do that. Bam. Lucius, you are toast. So Ron handily smacks down Lucius Malfoy. What do we get for reward? All heroes gain an influence. 1 influence for Ron, one influence for Harry. Remove one dark influence from the location. All right. 2 down to 1. That triggers Harry Potter's special ability. Any one player can get an attack. Harry's going to give it to Ron. All right. We can almost knock out Crabbe and Goyle. Huh. And now it's time for Ron to play his tokens and things. I think we're going to try and knock out Draco next. 3, 4. 2 more hits on Draco. He's toast. Ron has 2, 4, 6, 7 influence for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 influence. He will purchase Severus Snape, costing him only 5 because of his arithmancy skill, because we rolled the Slytherin die. All right. He joins Team Ron. He has 2 influence left. Can't buy anything for 2 influence. Going to discard the tokens. Ron will discard all of his cards. He will drop 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for his next hand. And that will be the end of Ron's turn. We're going to replace the Hogwarts card with another Bozor. Any one hero gains 3 health, draw a card. And we need another villain. And another villain is... No! Oh, man. Okay, this could get ugly. Active hero reveals top card of his or her deck. If its value is 1 or more, discard it and add a dark influence to the location. Enemy of Harry and Ron, number 1. All right, when we come back, we're going to have Harry take a turn, Ron take a turn. That will be our episode for today. All right, up last, Harry Potter. He's got 2 influence already, but yes, Dark Arts card. It's the last one. Tarantula Arrego. Okay. Active hero loses a health and cannot assign more than 1 attack to each villain this turn. Okay. Active villain loses 1 health. So Harry can only add 1 attack to each villain this turn. All right, villain time. Reveal the top card of... So the active hero. I can't remember the active hero. This is Harry's draw, and it's worth 4 or more. If it's worth 1 or more, discard it, which we're doing, and we add a dark influence to the location. Boom. We're up to 2. And Harry can only apply 1 attack. Oh, and hang on. Active hero reveals top card of his or her deck. Discard it. So we've had to discard this card. Crabbe and Goyle kick in. Boom. 1 more damage for Harry. Let's not forget that. Each time dark influence is added to the location, the active hero loses 2 health. Well, that just happened. So Harry goes from 8 to 6. So very quickly had his health beaten down a lot. But now it's time for Harry to get some payback. But he can only assign 1 attack per each character. Damn, and he has a lot of stuff in his hand. He is going to take his 2 Aloha-Morhas, and he is going to use his charms ability, his proficiency, which means all heroes gain an influence. So Harry and Ron get an influence, and all heroes draw a card. So Harry draws a card, and let's not forget to have Ron draw a card, which I'm doing off to the side here. Okay, carrying on. Confundus. Oh, this works out perfectly. Gain 1 attack. If you assign at least 1 attack to each villain, also remove a dark influence from the location. I'm going to put this kind of here because I don't want to forget that. That's a pretty important card. So we do gain 1 attack. All right. This actually works out well. Quidditch gear. Gain an attack and a life. So we gain 1 attack. Harry goes from 6 to 7. Quidditch gear again. Gain an attack and a life. 1 attack, 1 life, 7 to 8. Any one hero gains an influence and a life, giving that to... We're going to give that to Ron. Ron's going to get an influence, and Ron is going to get a life, but Ron will get a life. Yes, Ron, get a life. Okay. But he's already at maximum. But I think we're going to give him the influence anyway, or are we? No, you know what? We're not. We're going to be selfish. Harry's going to give it for himself. Harry's going to gain a life, 8 to 9, because there's no benefit for Ron. He's already at maximum health. So Ron, you don't have to get a life. And a lower Morha gives Harry 1 more influence. So here we go. We have 3 attack. which is absolutely perfect. We can only put one attack per villain this turn, but the Confundus card, if you assign at least one attack to each villain, also remove a dark influence from the location. So attack, attack, attack. Boom! Dark influence comes off the location, triggering Harry Potter's ability, which is the first time you remove dark influence from a location, any hero gains an attack. Harry's going to gain it for himself, which means, bam, he is going to knock out Draco, because let's face it, Harry would knock out Draco. Boom, Draco is toasted by Harry, which is appropriate, and the reward is remove one dark influence from the location, which takes the last one off there, our starting location now down to 0 dark influence. Very good. Harry still has 5 influence to spend, and he's going to spend it all. There it goes, all 5 influence. He's going to get this card right here, Expecto Patronum. Gain an attack, remove one dark influence from the location. And that's going to conclude Harry's turn. Discards his cards. Any tokens he didn't use, we're going to replace the Hogwarts card with Expelliarmus. Gain 2 attack, draw a card, and we need another villain. And another villain is Barty. Heroes cannot remove dark influence from the location. Well, guess what? There's none on there right now. This is working out extremely well. We got to get rid of Pettigrew, though, because he's just going to keep adding dark influence to the location. Crab and Goyle is comboing off Pettigrew quite nicely. So let's see if we can shut it down. I'm going to have to shuffle, of course, all of the Dark Arts cards. And then for the end of this episode, we're going to have Ron Weasley one last time. All right, the Dark Arts cards are shuffled a lot. Believe me, I shuffled them a lot. Trust me, a lot. Okay, it's taken me several minutes. Up first, yes, in turn order, is this Rotten Dark Arts card, which is Sectum Sempra. Sectum Sempra? Ooh, I even tried to say it, and I may not have screwed it up. All heroes lose 2 health and cannot gain health this turn. And why I forgot to draw 5 cards for Harry. Well, I'm going to do it right now, because he obviously needs a hand. Does he have his invisibility cloak? He does! Wow! The luck is swinging big time for Harry and Ron. So he has his invisibility cloak, which means he's only going to take 1 damage, 9 down to 8. Ron, however, will take 2 damage, 10 down to 8. And now this turn, we cannot regain health. All right, Ron already has an influence, but we'll start with Pettigrew. Active hero reveals a top card of his or her deck. If it's worth 1 or more, he discards it and adds a dark influence to the location. All right, Ron. It's a little wimpy Alohomora. Didn't happen, Pettigrew. And now we have Crab and Goyle. We didn't discard any cards, not going to happen. And we cannot remove dark influence from the location with Barty out here. A bad combination for us, but we got lucky. All right, Ron. Time to bring the pain. Ooh, Tonks. Lover. All right, we got Every Flavored Beans, Golden Snitch. Okay. Good stuff. Well, yeah, it's all good stuff. So, Alohomora is just going to be one dark influence. No, 1 good influence. Stupefy, gain an attack, remove a dark influence from the location. Can't happen. There aren't any anyway. Anyway, draw a card. We can draw cards. Alohomora, which we knew what it was because it was there all along. 3. Okay, the Golden Snitch. Gain 2 influence. Draw a card. We can draw cards. So Ron just keeps powering up. All right. Clean Sweep. Gain an attack. If you defeat a villain, also gain an influence. Okay, and then he has Nimbus 2000 gain 2 attack. Let's not forget, I screwed that up one time before. 2 attack. If you defeat a villain, also gain 1 influence, or 2 influence. So he would get 3 influence if we defeat a villain. Not sure. Well, yes, I think it is going to happen. We're going to play Tonks. Tonks. Oh, hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, my good lord. The question is, do we want to use Tonks for 3 influence? That will allow Ron to buy Dumbledore. Ooh, that might be the way to go. We can't remove Dark Influence. We could get 2 more attack, though. That would be 6 attack. We could take out Pettigrew. Oh, man, the decisions you got to make. So, yeah, we're going to use Tonks for 2 attack. Okay, 1, 2 attack. And then every flavor beans is 1 influence, and for each ally get an attack. He played Tonks, going to give him an attack. Cool. So, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 attack. We're going to put 6 of those on Pettigrew right now. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. You, loser, are out of here. That knocks out Pettigrew. Excellent. He is now gone. He was a real pain. All heroes must search their discard pile for a spell. May search a discard pile for a spell and put it into hand. Remove a Dark Influence location. There aren't any. So we're going to go to our discard piles and put a spell in hand. And the spell that Harry is going to put in hand, wow. He really has the choice of Expecto Patronus or Confundus, which really, you know what, he's going to take Expecto Patronus. He's going to put that in his hand. All right, what is Ron going to put in his hand for a spell? Does Ron have spells in his hand? Does he have any good spells? He has like a zillion allies. All he has is Aloha Morha, so he'll put Aloha Morha in his hand. He'll play it, giving him another influence. He will put the attack on Crab and Goyle. How many villains? Ooh, we have 3 left. Okay, we're still okay. And now he has 2, 4, 6. He has 7 influence to spend. 7 influence to spend. He's going to spend 6 of it for, if I can get this off the board, he's going to spend 6 on Expelliarmus. Gain 2 attack, draw a card. He did assign 3 or more attack on his turn, triggering his special ability. Any hero gains 2 health. He's going to do it for himself, 8 up to 10. All right. So he spent his 6 influence, 4, 5, 6. So now it's the end of the turn. He's going to discard his unspent token. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Rewind. He had, oh, damn it. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had, okay, let's do this again. He had 7 influence. He bought Expelliarmus for 6. But I forgot, because he used the Nimbus 2001 and the Clean Sweep, you get 2 influence for this and 3 for that for defeating an enemy. That's 1, 2, that's 3 more influence. So he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 influence. Yeah, he's going to spend 8 of it for Dumbledore. Only makes sense. Forgot about that. And that was dopey. But he does now have Dumbledore. Wow. Okay, that I think now is good stuff. So he's going to discard his cards. We're going to replace the Hogwarts card with Azio. Choose one, gain 2 influence, or search your discard pile for an item, put it in your hand. And he's going to drop his 5 cards. He only has 2, so I'm going to shuffle off screen and do that later. Yes, now we need to replace the villain. The villain that gets replaced is a Death Eater. Each time as Mordred or a new villain is revealed, all heroes lose a health. Reward. Gain a health. All heroes gain a health. Remove a dark influence from the location. And to recap, we have 2 more other villains before we get to Voldemort with 15 health. But you know what? Feeling confident. We have no dark influence on the location. Crab and Anoyle are at 2 damage. Barty won't let us take dark influence off there, but there aren't any. Death Eater, you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident here in Game 6 so far. And that's going to end off our episode for today. It's gone on pretty long, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. I really appreciate it. This is Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle Game 6, where it seems like Harry and Ron are just knocking the villains down as fast as they can show up. I think we're doing pretty good. Stay tuned. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.